After what you've been through, I wouldn't blame you if you decided to take a leave of absence. But you seem to be recovering from the vestiges of indoctrination as well as can be expected. I hope you're feeling better. The psychologists assure us that the nightmares and flashbacks will pass. At the moment, we're trying to follow up on scattered intel regarding a missing cache of thalaron triggers. Our best information places them on Nimbus 3. We're also getting increasing reports of Tal Shiar activity on the planet. Naturally, we want to keep the triggers out of the hands of Hakim and the Tal Shiar. But I'd also like to know exactly what they're doing on the planet of galactic peace. Nimbus 3 has been a derelict planet for many years now, and it has only gotten worse under the influence of the Orion Syndicate. Hassan the Undying has turned the planet into his personal fiefdom. Both Starfleet and the Klingon Defense Force have sent people to investigate, but they haven't found much. Our operatives have been following leads provided by an itinerant trader there named Horace Jones. So far, nothing's turned up. If you're feeling up to it, perhaps you'll have better luck.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Star Trek Online. Today, it seems we've been ordered to the so-called planet of galactic peace, Nimbus 3, which was occupied by the Klingons, the Federation, and the Romulans, who all promised to mutually develop the planet. That never happened, and Nimbus 3, rather than being the planet of galactic peace, has now become rather the planet of galactic poverty and misery. But Romulan intelligence has heard rumors that there are thalaron triggers here, and those cannot be allowed to fall into the hands of the Tal Shiar. We've been ordered to contact a man named Horace Jones, and I believe this is him. I'm Commander Kel-Inra of the Ravon.
Greetings! Name's Horace Jones, interstellar trader, daring prospector, and broker of useful information. I'm betting you're here about those missing travelers, huh? Or maybe the weapons trade. Am I right? Am I right? Just to get it out of the way, I'm not on anyone's side. Federation, Klingon, Romulan makes no difference to me. So whatever you need, I can provide. Be it titanium polish or the latest scuttlebutt. Now, to be clear, this is all strictly... well, let's just say if this doesn't work out, then you don't know me and I don't know you.
Understood. What can you tell me about thalaron triggers?
It's kind of a big deal. Lots of people are talking about it, but nobody really knows, right? My guess is that the Syndicate wants a piece of that action, and they're doing something to keep a finger in the pie while moving things around without letting anyone see. Plus, most of the folks here just want to stay out of trouble. If someone's doing business here, though, it's probably at the bar. But my guess is you're not going to find the triggers in town. Oh, it's too risky to keep them here, where everyone is coming and going all the time.
Indeed. Where might I find those triggers?
You want info? Sure, I'll give you info. The owner of the local bar, a reformed Borg by the name of 2 of 8, has his ear close to the ground. He can tell you more about the Tal Shiar. Just don't tell too many people I told you, all right?
Noted. I'll go speak to this reformed Borg in the bar. Well, the bar isn't too difficult to spot. It's the largest building around. Well, I'll see what information I can find there. Hopefully this reformed Borg is helpful. Ah, look at that. They've got a double table and a liter hologram. How fascinating. I think I see the Borg here. Joel and True, you're 2 of 8, I presume?
You're here for information. Someone told you I could give it to you. Make it quick.
Thalaron weapons, where can I find them?
I'll tell you what I told the others. The thalaron triggers can be found outside of town. That's where the Orions do their trading.
Others?
We don't have many rules here, but that's one we all follow. Keep trouble outside the walls. Anybody looking for trouble winds up out there eventually, one way or another.
Other people have been looking for the triggers?
People have disappeared in the night. Other people go looking for them and don't come back.
Maybe you've seen a Romulan? Bald? One eye replaced with cybernetics?
Haven't seen anyone like that.
Well, at least Hakeev hasn't been here, if 2 of 8's truthful.
I don't go out to the desert. Not my business what happens there.
Well, it seems that the desert is my best lead. I'll see what I can find, and I'll get back to you if I find anything interesting. By the sounds of it, I may need an away team back in the desert. Once I exit the city walls, I'll signal for a transport. This is Sub-Commander Inra to R.R.W. Ravon. I could use an away team down here. But beam them down when you're ready. Right, it looks like they sent Lieutenant Commander Ordris, Centurions Veralt and Tovon, and Lieutenant Hiven. Right. Let's see what we can find in the desert, and let's see if we can find the other people who have been looking for these thalaron triggers. Weapons ready, of course. Looks like there's a Starfleet team down here, if I'm not mistaken. Right. Bloody hell. Are those scorpions? Those things are massive. But this is interesting. These look like Federation weapons. Let's see what I can find out. Right, I've recorded the data. The Ravon will be analyzing it as we speak. But the Federation is also looking for the thalaron weapons. Knowing the Federation, I doubt that they'd use them for themselves. That's another Federation hand phaser. Right? The Federation doesn't just leave their weapons lying around. The Klingons, I wouldn't put it past them, but definitely not the Federation. Perhaps a team was attacked here, in which case we should keep our guard up. Oh, I see more weapons. Looks like more Federation weapons. A rifle and a heavy weapon, right? Right, I think we should keep an eye out for whoever owns those weapons. Or at least used to own them. Tovon reports we're picking up survivors nearby from both Starfleet and the Klingon Empire. Tovon thinks that the barkeep must have known they wouldn't make it out here. He must have sent them out here. In fact, he may have sent us out here to meet the same fate as another Starfleet team attacking those scorpions. Right, let's scan these other weapons and then see if we can't help those Starfleet officers over there. Oh, bloody hell. Right, let's get to those Starfleet officers. Bloody hell, they're in sorry shape. Heat stroke, dehydration. Sub-Commander Inra to Ravon. We've got 3 Starfleet officers here. Beam them up to sickbay directly and prepare to beam up some more. Energize. Right, looks like there's another team of Starfleet officers over there. Another 3. Right, Ravon, I've got another 3 officers here for you. Directly to sickbay. Energize. Right, let's get back to 2 of 8. Bloody hell, what the hell is that? Open fire! Jesus Christ. Well, if the heat and lack of water doesn't get you, then the giant scorpions will. Bloody hell. Oh, bloody hell, there's more scorpions we have to get past in order to get back to the town. Bloody hell, this place is a death trap. Right. Prepare to engage and... open fire! Bloody hell, this thing's massive. Jesus Christ. They can fire venom. Luckily, my personal shield can protect me from it. Jesus Christ. Bloody hell, Nimbus sand scorpions. Jesus. Right, looks like there's one small one over there. Rest of the team dealt with it. Ravon says that it seems clear that 2 of 8 sent us out here hoping we'd be wounded or killed by the scorpions. We have to Ravon says we have to confront him about this. Agreed, let's get back to the city and let's try to avoid those damned scorpions. Good God. Right, I don't think it's wise to bring a full away team into Paradise City. It may draw a lot of attention, especially with a Starfleet officer. I'll likely be out again to search for those triggers. I'll speak to 2 of 8. Ah, 2 of 8, you look surprised to see me. I wonder why.
I apologize for the deception. Obviously, it was an error to mislead you. Do not mistake my actions to be hateful. I bear no ill will toward you. Besides, the taciturn X-Borg bit almost always works. I cannot be seen aiding you. The Orion Syndicate would kill me if they knew. However, if you have the resources to survive in the desert, then you might have a chance against the Syndicate.
Where can I find those thalaron triggers?
I can only confirm that the thalaron triggers are in the possession of the Orion Syndicate. I cannot say any more than that. Call it a leftover default of cowardice or perhaps a strong sense of self-preservation. There's only one man in this town who'd be willing to help you, and that is a man who calls himself Law. He does not come out of his home nearby, but I will tell you a way to signal him. If he wants to talk to you, he will.
Very well, I'll speak to Law. Well, if Law is anything like the rest of the people here, he'll likely try to get us killed, just like 2 of 8. But maybe he'll give us some information along the way. Right, I believe this is where Law lives. At least that's what 2 of 8 told me. He told me to signal him from this console beside the door. Right, let's see if I can... Right, let's see if he answers.
Who is it? Oh, you're not from around here, are you? Who told you about the signal? Are you just here to annoy me? If you know the signal, then you know I used to be a peacekeeper around here. Well, I'm not signing back up for it. Not after what the Syndicate did to me. Leave me alone.
Peacekeeper?
Peacekeepers, ha! That was a novel idea. We were supposed to be the law around here. Most people took it as a joke, but I took it seriously. The Orion Syndicate didn't like that. They dragged me away in front of everyone in the town. Well, I won't go into what Hassan and his crew did to me. All you need to know is that I learned why you don't cross the Syndicate.
Well, I'm trying to find information about thalaron triggers. I was told you could help me.
Thalaron triggers? Why should I help you with that? The Orion Syndicate will kill me if I tell you anything. You should have tried coming here about 2 years ago. The old me would have helped you in a hurry. Still, you look like you've survived the desert, so you must be strong. Can you guarantee that I'll be safe if I help you?
Well, I'll do everything in my power to ensure your safety, but I can't promise.
Well, I suppose since you've got yourself a fancy starship and all, maybe you might just be able to make a stand against these people. I still have my doubts, especially with all that extra muscle the Syndicate has now. They're even getting help from the Tal Shiar.
Indeed.
The Syndicate is now using Nausicaan pirates and Gorn as their thugs. The Syndicate is using Nausicaan pirates and Gorn as their thugs now. They used to meet in ruins nearby to discuss details, make secret deals, and basically plan how to make our lives miserable. That all stopped when sandworms decided to make that place their home.
Sandworms?
I'm sure there's still some data there. You'll be able to find information in the ruins, either in the old consoles or in the belly of a sandworm. Now get out of here before anyone sees you talking to me.
Understood. I'll head to the ruins. Right, hopefully the ruins can give us what we're looking for, which of course is information about those thalaron triggers. Bloody hell. Right? Law confirmed that the Orion Syndicate is indeed working with the Tal Shiar. At least, somewhat. Right, I'll meet up with the away team and we can head for those ruins. Right, let's get moving. I believe in that direction past that crashed ship. Right, let's head out. Right, I believe the ruins are just over this ridge. Bloody hell! I suppose those are the sandworms Law was talking about. Good God! Well, let's hope there are some functioning consoles here that we can get data from. But I don't think we can scale this cliff. We'll have to find a way around. Right, this way. Open fire! Bloody hell, these damned sandworms! I can see why the Orion Syndicate stopped using this area. Good God! Bloody hell, they can survive sustained fire from 5 individuals. Good God! Oh, that looks like a transporter. I'm curious to see if it's still functioning. Right, bloody hell, this place is infested. Good God! I don't believe it. This transporter is still functioning and it still has power. Right, we can use that to transport back to the village once we're done here. Although I'm not sure if it's safe, to be perfectly honest. Right, let's see if we can avoid those sandworms while we investigate consoles such as this one. Excellent. Good God. The monitors on this thing are... well, they're barely working, but it's a miracle that they're functioning at all. Suppose I'll take what I can get. Right. Right, I'll see if I can find any more consoles around here. We need to gather as much information as we can. Oh. Right, there must have been another away team. Oh, Tovon threw a grenade at that sandworm. Right. Right, let's get up here. Hopefully there's a console up here. I think we can climb up this pipe here. Looks like it runs with cabling. Probably power cabling. Ah! There's a functioning console here. I'm downloading the information. Hiven says we're starting to get something coherent, but we need more information. Understood, we'll look for any more consoles around here. And try to avoid the sandworms where we can. Unfortunately, at the moment, we have to engage them. Fire! Bloody hell, what the hell is that thing? It's massive! Open fire! Good God! Fortunately, it doesn't seem to be immune to disruptor fire. Good God, Audrus is unconscious. Jesus Christ. Bloody hell. Right, she seems alright. Give her a few hyper sprays and she'll be up in no time. Right, let's keep looking for information. Good God, that thing was massive. Right. Right, let's weave around these sandworms. Don't want to get shot with acid anymore. Oh, bloody hell. Right, that one's chosen to engage us. It's another massive one. Open fire! Good God! Oh, right, it seems we're engaging those as well. Right. Jesus Christ. Right, this building looks like one that would have a console in it. Although I don't see a way in other than the sand dune, which was actually rather easy to climb. Right, I'm not sure if the rest of them could get up here, but I'll be down in no time if I find a console. Ah! There's one. Right, I'm downloading the information. Sounds like the sandworms we scared off have re-emerged. Oh, the rest of the away team's here. Right, let's find the other consoles. Ah, there's one in this building. Right. Bloody hell, this place is completely infested. Oh, bloody hell. Another massive one shooting acid. Right, let's engage it. Right, we're out of range at the moment. Right, open fire. Right, there goes that damned thing. God, these things are a nuisance. Let's avoid that puddle of acid. Right, let's search for some more consoles. This place must not have been abandoned for very long, or these consoles wouldn't have power. Right, well, they are in a sorry state, but they are still functioning. I'm gathering some information. Right, I'm downloading the information. Bloody hell, there's a field of those massive ones. I believe we have everything we need. Let's get the hell out of here. Right, we were about to head back to that village, but this massive one appeared. God, that's bigger than all of the rest of them, and the entire away team is unconscious. Bloody hell. Ah! Alright. Bloody hell. This is Sub-Commander Kel Inra hailing R.R.W. Ravon. Get us the hell out of here! Energize! Bloody hell, that was close. Right, once again, the rest of you wait out here. I'll use the bar computer to decrypt the information we got. Right, hopefully this computer is up to the task we have for it. Right, I'm inputting the information. Let's see if we can decipher it. The access code has a key that includes a mathematical flaw. I think that if I can set the first 2 digits to add up to the 3rd digit, and the 2nd and 3rd digits to add up to the 4th, then I should be able to trip the algorithm. Right, the 2nd and 4th digits are already filled out as 5 and 20. If I input the 3rd number as 15, then that'll make 20 with the 5. And then 10 is the first number, right? Changing first number to 10. Changing 3rd number to 15. Right, the signal has been unlocked. Let's unlock the message. It just reads, "The blind man sees all." Right, I'm not sure what that means, but I'll see if I can speak to our other contact here. Horace, I've got some rather peculiar information I'd like you to explain to me.
This blind man must be some sort of mole for the Orion Syndicate. The guys who have those triggers you're looking for. Now, I don't know who that guy is, but someone in this town must know. The only way you're going to convince folks to help find this guy is if you show that you're not only strong enough to fight the Syndicate, but that you've got the gumption to defend us from them. Showing some muscle around here would be a great first step. Well, you do that, and I bet someone will step forward to tell you who this mole is and where you can find your triggers.
Well, if it furthers our goals, then, well, we'll do it. Ravon says that we might try our luck again with 2 of 8. If he gets some people on our side, then it may help us find that information we're looking for. Right, I'll go speak to 2 of 8. Well, Joel and True again, 2 of 8. I'd like to help out around here if I can.
You're looking to help us? Interesting. It makes me wonder what your motives are, but I will not question them. Many people come here looking for something. I'm sure you have replicators on your ship. We have to make do with whatever food and water the Orion Syndicate agrees to sell us, and pay whatever price they charge. They have a stronghold somewhere outside Paradise. I don't go there. Most of us don't wander outside these walls.
Indeed.
A replicator for the bar would go a long way towards trust, if that is what you're looking for. Other than that, people always respect a show of authority.
Understood. I'll assign some of my crew to install a replicator for you. It's the least I can do. Right, I'm assigning Yulan Tovtab to the task of installing a replicator here. Ravon, just beam him down at his convenience. Right, Ravon reports he recommends we beam down security teams to show our superior numbers. Agreed. That sounds like an excellent idea. Right, I'll get to some locations around the town and order the Ravon to beam down some security teams. Right, this looks like as good a place as any. Right, Ravon, beam a security team to my location. Right, excellent. Right, all of you just stay here and look impressive. I'll go deploy more security teams. Right, I believe 3 heavily armed security teams is enough. I'll head back to the bar and see if I can help out a bit more. Veril reports that one more large gesture will do what we need. She suggests we buy our new friends a round of drinks. Agreed, I think that's an excellent idea. Right. Bartender.
We may not like you, but we'll still take your money. What do you want?
Bartender, I'd like a round of drinks for everyone, all around the bar.
A round for the whole bar? Well, that's a mighty fine gesture.
Tell your patrons that I'll be standing up to the syndicate if they can simply give me some information on someone called the Blind Man. Veril reports that Law wishes to speak to us about the Blind Man. Indeed. Right, I'll get to him. Right. Well, I was expecting someone else to be affected by the gestures we made, but it seems that Law was. Well, might as well get all our information from the same source. I'm headed back to his house. Right, I'm signaling him.
Folks around town are starting to talk about you. They think you're really here to turn things around, to help fight the Orion Syndicate. You're looking for the Blind Man? The informant for the Syndicate? You found him. I've
What?
been giving Hassan information for years, ever since that night in the desert.
You're the Blind Man.
Now, I don't expect you to like me very much or even trust me, but I can still give you the information that you need. I know how to get to Hassan's stronghold. That's the only place the triggers could be, if he hasn't sold them yet.
Why didn't you tell me this earlier?
I didn't know if you were actually going to help. Sure, you were strong enough to survive in the desert, but strength doesn't mean you're willing to get involved. What if you just simply bought the triggers from the Orions? Then you'd leave, and I'd be dead. I didn't know if you could be trusted to have our best interests at heart.
Well, speaking of having best interests at heart, did you have your people's best interests at heart when you became an informant for the Orion Syndicate?
It was the only way to survive. There was a time where I wanted to bring law to this place. I fled here after the destruction of Romulus. I saw what I considered lesser species trying to govern themselves. I took it upon myself to be a peacekeeper. But in my time of need, when the Orion Syndicate came for me, no one tried to help me. No one. I was dragged through the streets of this town, and all they did was watch. That was when I gave up hope of anyone standing up to the Orion Syndicate. Until now.
I see. Tell me about the stronghold you speak about.
Hassan is in the downed ship in the mountains to the east, but his stronghold is extremely well guarded. Pirates hired by the Orions guard the mountain pass, while the Nausicans keep guard over a prison area. Please, if you are going up there, rescue the prisoners. They are poor souls from this town who the Orions decided to take, either for the slave trade or just for the pleasure of torture.
We'll keep an eye out for them.
You'll have to fight your way up through the mountains, but you will eventually reach their stronghold and the triggers. Good luck. I'd say people in this town are rooting for you, just not very loudly.
Well, I'll try to take comfort in that. I'll meet up with the away team and head for the downed ship. Bloody hell, this is good news. We may leave this planet soon with those thalaron triggers. Right, I'll get back to the entrance. Right, I've got new information. The best place we have to look for those thalaron triggers is in that downed ship in the mountains. Unfortunately, it's guarded by several thugs, or rather, a small army of thugs hired by the Orions to defend them. Our job is to fight through them and get those triggers. Let's move out.